You know right, assassin me. Airport and my moja nananum shegu edigu on my
Atinga berry atinga and the date is 14th of November 2022. And the idea AC ewa Ghana kesie pan say Anas Arimeyaw Anas ebe release expose galamsi. Anas ebe expose Ghanaian politicians. Now Anas edin kanya babontin just like what he always does. They now will be release expose no. Eya na wode nsem ni bin kakra ebe to social media. Na asem way ama yate ase de enti ana endra aban pese wo mo ya no mo block Anas from showing the expose. Anas the ababa betuja. Now a minister, state minister, ende Ghana for eka se yensake wono ene kenoforiata. Minister kesie ba kwa ende Ghana for ka se yensake wono ene kenoforiata. Yefeno Eduboahin, Charles Eduboahin. He's the state minister for finance. Anas expose no ne first piece awade abane say wa expose sa minister yi. Na recording na efa minister ne ho woji $200,000 ama chese Bawumia din abim chese woji $200,000 ama Bawumia se Bawumia appearance fee no. Inti Ghana will be peso babe di bone wa Ghana de unhia ne say $200,000. He has been caught in the tape. Anas are recording no and the video no yebehe. Ba ansa ne yebehe video no Anas ababontin
Melodies TV on YouTube.
Me reading someone Anas atremu so that we get the picture. Inti story ne babontin na ye ni na ya her video no ne ehu ne say hey inti ade a course eni. Nkrofo kan say Anas was about to expose Impenyufo ewo Ghana. Asha sieba. Now let's go and read the story. I say our minister in the cash, Anas Arimeyaw Anas, Accra reports. He is a Harvard-trained don, defied and deemed deviant, dependable, dynamic, down to earth, decisive, and the very definition of dexterity in economics and development. Inti Obon and Sembrane. Indeed, as the doing, he directs, dictates, decides, and does any deed he desires at his ministry. A darling proudly displayed as a devoted and distinguished disciple of our dear president. Meticulous about deliverables, he digs and delves deep into deeds, dockets, and other documents on his decks from dawn to dusk. It is said he drinks debenture and devours depreciation daily. The Don dislikes disappropriate debts with deadly dissatisfaction. He demands devotion, dedication, diligence from all and decries any dishonorable deeds. Like a sniff dog, he is deeply dreaded from a distance by deviants and dragons who dabble in dangerous, devilish deals. Also, it is said he can dig, detect, and dissect dubious deeds. No one who dents balance sheets and defiles bonds dares draw near his den. Disproportionate depth with devastating effect he detests with deadly drawn swords. If you doubt in any way, the day he comes your way, you would have no way or say but to put to avoid falling prey and being flayed. Why this investigation? Anas Ebetrin Semu. Tiger Eye investigates the highs and the mighties. This time, our cameras infiltrated the impermeable underworld of the handlers whose seals make the deals that make Ghana attractive for investors or not. Many reports have cited corruption as the #1 killer of investor confidence in Ghana. The banking sector crisis further exacerbated the already fragile situation of investor confidence. Who are those making Ghana unattractive for investment? What's their modus operandi? Where do they operate from? Tiger Eye penetrates and exposes the handlers who cut deals at the expense of the state. Inti Anas, what share Anas and someone walk on? On the Anas dinkan beka say galamsey economy. Inti a young grofo be crase or be expose galamsey. But how baby what they far? What they try or more in penifu eti Ghana. Investors eba Ghana were more catty deals at the back. Or say the confessions and expose. Charles Edubuahin, Minister of State in charge of Finance at the Office of the President, has revealed to Tiger Eye that the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, needs just $200,000 token as an appearance fee and some positions by an investor for the Vice President's siblings to get his backing and influence in establishing a business in Ghana. And that's expose, no, the first person I will expose Charles Edubuahin. Charles Edubuahin way any kenu for yata and a Ghana for and a MPP MPC kase yensaki omuno. And as I expose Charles Edubuahin. Charles Edubuahin in the video no as someone walk and say we a company now person oba be set up for Ghana. There was so here and say $200,000 Koko hu Bawumia na fe sika na ma no. Ene Bawumia em se ni nuanom company no cost roba from yebema ba set up company no Ghana. Nti company na yade a ebe ha Ghana for ubediewu ama Ghana for kra na utumi epe $200,000 ekoma Bawumia.
Melodies TV
this is not
on
the
YouTube.
first time this is happening. Muni amokai Kwesi Nyantechi ono so ye exposing asem okan se Bawumia de mane $3 million. And then you say Bawumia appearance fee o ye investor now per se Bawumia ba ho and now per se ye setting meeting between you and the Bawumia pe $200,000 unya $200,000 a Bawumia beba meeting no beba be ye meeting no and then asembesi wa Ghana. Also, this revelation was made in a meeting with Tiger Eye investigators who in an undercover investigation posed as businessmen in a hotel room in the United Arab Emirates. This was an investigation into top-level corruption that undermines investor confidence in Ghana. According to Charles Edubuahin, the vice president needs an appearance fee of only $200,000 for him to avail himself and offer his support to an investor. Inti yese Bawumia ne de business via pesa oye wo Ghana utumi tia ne $200,000 obe support o ama wa set ya business no wo Ghana emfa ho obe support o. Also, this was when he was asked by the supposed businessman on how an investor can get the attention of the vice president and what must be given to him when finally in his presence. Also, you mean like appearance fees and stuff? I mean he himself, the vice president, if you give him some $200,000 or something as a token, as thank you, appreciation, that's fine. He's not really like that. All he needs is to worry about his campaign money in 2020, Charles Edubuahin revealed.
Melodies TV on YouTube.
The campaign Sika what the campaign. To me money $200,000 crowd budget. He added that an investor must also consider opportunities for the siblings of the vice president for his full support, apart from the $200,000 appearance fee token to him. Masa, abayno, ye de aye family and friends who ya say Bawumia money 200,000 cedis na. Owe nuanom bi nso wo ho. Omo nso e wo se o pe bibi mo a eno ano no agbe na wo ye den Bawumia ne nuanom o me support o. So if you come with a 3 or 4 projects and you say we are doing this, we are doing that, and we are prepared to write a check for this, write a check for that. You see, he has a big family. The vice president has about 5 or 6 brothers and sisters. So what maybe will happen is if you tell him, the vice president, that, hey, look, I want to do this project. Do you have somebody that I can work with that you will introduce me to? And then, you know, he, the vice president, will use that to immediately put his brother to work with us on a particular project. That is how we would be able to work with him, the vice president. Now, let me take it from there. Charles Edubuahin semu a wo country Anas nkrofo ne say. Bawumia de se wo pese woni ne ye adwuma o de wo friend na waka tren say Bawumia project a me pese me be wo Ghana no eni sika me ma no eni but mesrew project we a me pese me ye no me pe obi na me ne no apartner me di sika ne bibia be baba ne ba ko no be handle e wo Ghana o se wo ka sa atre Bawumia be pene na Bawumia ma ni nua ejine mu aka se obema ni nua handle project no the project ne ba omo family members ne dey mo omo ozi Bawumia the business obema ni nua na ni nua handle into wo there wo investor no you don't have a problem because Bawumia the vice president no ni nua na handle o business amount e wo Ghana omu di bone kra obi antumi nya he because Bawumia nim ho ono no de ade ne ma ni nua hey things are happening oh also you know what I mean. You see what I'm saying? And the development of his businesses, the Minister of State in charge of finance in the office of the president added. Also, Edubuahin, after having bundles of US dollars spread on a table in front of him and told to use it for shopping by the supposed business tycoon, promised to introduce the tycoon to the powers that be. That is the president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the vice president in Ghana. Also, this, according to Edubuahin, will make them the supposed entity and tycoon influential when they are in the country to establish their businesses. Expose na anas edebano. Edubuahin. Yes, spread this. So to me say nantechi style na bi ne de no. Nyantechi style na bi ene de ye Edubuahin. Ye bie sika ne so tre no e de two table so. E no ka say oh, masa wo pese be ye business or Ghana dia. Don't worry o, me metumi a link wa ma Akufo-Addo na nkasa ono ne Bawumia. Me link wa mo na me link o mo a. Ah, obi eni wo betumi aye obibi wo Ghana because president ne Bawumia enim ho omo ama go ahead. Edubuahin asemu na o ka tre Anas Nkrofo no. Also, he also emphasized how easy it would be for him to introduce the supposed businessmen to the president at a point in their transactions. It's a easy crass a businessman no or no bekwa ko introducing it to Akufo-Addo because businessman no wasika wetia into no Edubuahin no it would be easy so be introduce the businessman to Akufo-Addo. He explained that the president was his late father, the late Professor Edubuahin's former campaign manager. He also claimed that the president is his uncle. Into Edubuahin say, President Akufo-Addo eye ne wofa. Yampo ni enim. Into ende President Akufo-Addo, the finance minister, eye ni nia. The minister of state for finance at the presidency so ne wofa ase Edubuahin. So si wano ne papa Akufo-Addo na no any campaign manager. Also, the president himself is also like my uncle. He was my father's campaign manager when my father was running for office. So, he will also come in. He, however, concluded that the vice president is the most important power to be introduced to in the banking business. Therefore, they want to meet. So, I can say, Opesa oye banking business or Ghana. Vice President Bawumia na wose wushia no. Inti mema wushia Bawumia. Also, but you know, at the operational level, the Vice President is the one who handles everything. So he's the guy we should go and meet. So I say operational level no, Bawumia na handle bibia inti wose wa mo kokoko shia Bawumia. And then yete ho ni yese o Bawumia wonya he Ghana economy ni yese Bawumia ya ji bibia fini same nanso ende Edubuahin sem wo kan say on the operational level Bawumia is the one handling everything. Also, this was when he was asked about how he could lead the business tycoons to the powerful people in Ghana who can give them influence while they operate in Ghana. Also, excellent. You know, I was just telling Isaac that I have to introduce you to the vice president. The vice president is a very good man, and he used to be the deputy governor of Bank of Ghana. So if I tell him you want to come and open a bank, he will prefer it that way. As soon as you can, I have to introduce you. Because, even if I am going to handle something like this, he's somebody that I have to bring in at some level. Even if not the whole details. Because, it is important that you get to know him. Charles said. To her, and that's in Crawford, your margin said, "One be a bank or Ghana." I say, "Oh, what person be a bank?" And your Bawumia, that time you disicana to table so inti, the near you gone. I say, "Oh, what person be a bank there, Bawumia? Bawumia no ye bibia. Ah, me do kushia Bawumia bank no, and then your chine ya ye baby ama." Inti, this makes me believe, say, a pure wickedness. The Ghanaian owned banks now you close your more down. Because Obi, a foreigner. Our yes, we will sika, a yes, will be a bank. She has someone near can. So the nuku shaba mea, a be easy, a be a bank na mano. It's the country we live in. Yet tan yen foreigner dear. See me the nuku shaba mea sisia bank no a be a bank no Ghana sisia. Hey. Or see when asked at the meeting what will be the cost for him, Charles Edubuahin, to lead them to invest with about $500 million in Ghana, he said that he would take 20% of the amount that will be invested as commission for his services. Businessman can say, imagine say me was $500 million. Me person me invest in Ghana. O Charles Edubuahin saying, and I will hear obeje. That's $500 million no. My baba invest in Ghana. Say, oh, we craft $500 million yeah. Me imagine 20%. O ma me 20% a bibia be okay. Ye be bank na ma o be bank no Ghana e be ye bibia wo Ghana fine obie ni woni obenya ntokwa atese ono Charles Edubuahin no oje $100 million obi kra investor kra $500 million no Charles Edubuahin no person oje $100 million no wo ma investor ne ba Ghana nti obi kotia $500 million na wo aban penyi sei aje $100 million na senya wo ka sei wakwoti share ama Bawumia money mpenyimfo bi mu a na businessmen na ba Ghana no mo be fa Ghanaian workers ye Ghanaian workers yakayaka dia eya o say aban be ba be kebi ama wana omu no mu nim de omu age ewo esumu ase. This is what is going on in this country. I say okay, no problem. Okay, let me think about that because one I think we can manage something. Okay, this is tough. Sheikh, what is the right address? What should I call you? Okay, Sheikh, 20%, he finally said. I said this was after he had given the supposed entrepreneurs the options of either giving him a percentage before the work is done, and the returns from this percentage will be his alone, or just giving him a finance fee and share the returns made in the investment with him. Two options. So one, man the percentage and san ejuma no ashase man the percentage and san ejuma na ashase anase fa ni din enka investment ne ho as maybe a shareholder inti se sika ba ejuma ni mu a no no nso enya bi inti two options. But Charles in the same instance told the supposed business magnates that he only takes monies he has worked for instead of direct cash. He offered up options for the businessman to plug money into his real estate business. Inti si ye money sikano dabi. O si bia na okoma me sikana. Unse bia na investigation bia ba so ne hu ne se dabi na o sika ukunya wanzo si sikana ye mfa nhye na real estate. And this is how money laundering no ebi ni o. Money laundering na ye ka no eni. Into the sikana be hye na real estate business emu. Also, let me give you an example. I own myself a real estate company. So we are into real estate. So we just finished an office block. I don't want to make money that I haven't worked for it. I believe in working for money. If let's say we want to do affordable housing projects, which will cost $15 million, you can come in and share that with me. If you think the whole $15 million for the project, you can earmark 20% of that $15 million as mine, and whatever returns I make on that 20% I keep, or you put the money to work and give me a 10% finance fee, and then give me share of whatever returns on the project as well. We normally would make a return of maybe 25% returns. 30% dollar equity rate. When we do projects like that, so it is up to you and how you are comfortable and how you want to work. He said as he gave these options. It's in the options now normal and normal example. Say bia, yamfa say real estate business mu. Now the sika ba be shame. O the sika ni be shame a. Obetumi ane say ansa na be she adwuma na se no. O tse me me chefa ama me. Ana say o di ni na ye adwuma. Na so be make sure say at the end of the year, emfa so na ebeba no, de bia obema me percentage of me chefa. To ma businessman no options. Also, he also tried to lobby for the supposed entity to buy a debt instrument bond, but was not successful as the business magnates were not interested in that. Also, but you are not allowed to buy any debt instrument. You know, we issue bonds. You know, we just issued this energy bonds. Is he allowed to? Can you buy bonds? Also, the cash and president's minister. After all is said and done, the excited Minister of State in charge of finance at the office of the president, at the sight of bundles of US dollars on the table for his shopping, started spewing a lot of thank you and will do a lot of shopping in appreciation. He pointed to the cash, asking whether he can pack them into the black polythene bag added to the cash. Charles, after picking the black polythene bag, shaking it to open up, and with speed of light, packed all the money into it with smiles all over his face. He picked up his file and other documents and added them to the polythene bag and left the room. Nti sika no all packing na niaje. Wababa benya Dubai businessman. Nti utu nze nyante chi star ne pepepe na nas yusimano. Pepepe na nas e yusimano. Ye niaje se wenya businessman o mo ba Ghana o mo be invest 500 million. Eni odim reka kwa katre kufa do ne Bawumia. Hey! As meanwhile, Tiger Eye spoke with Dr. Gideon Boakun, the economic advisor and spokesperson of the office of the vice president, on whether there has been an instance where the vice president has authorized or discussed with anybody to solicit for funds for his political ambitions or an appearance fee token for an investor to meet with him, the vice president. You know, anas senya debia woye na ejuma wie no. Owia na one wama nipakra ya bo ni de bia Bawumia nkrofo no wama mo opportunity say asemo aso mesi ye kan fa mo ho na na wokoye Akufo-Addo ma ye kobo eye Kennedy Japan amane a Kennedy Japan di begu anas ni mu ase bi twa ntrofa anas no because anas wie ye no okobotre Akufo-Addo say Akufo-Addo asemo nkrofo kan fa ho no eni no kwan bi wo mu ana ho na Akufo-Addo mo nso di mirika ekoka tre Ken say Ken di anas yi ni o. Sorry, na be sha say wu gu nanimu ase e na Ken so de mirika be gu nanimu ase. Ti anas ye the same thing. Owie no de kwa ma Bawumia nkrofo etre say asemu a ye kan fa Bawumia ho no eni den na mo kan fa ho. E no say Dr. Gideon Boakun in response told Tiger Eye that there has not been any such instance or event to that effect as best as he can remember. So, on top of my head and having been with him closely, I will say no. I know how discreet he, the vice president, is, and he is smart, and he wouldn't even dare do such a thing, Dr. Boakun remarked. And obviously, Dr. Boakun na wono ekasa ema Bawumia no, or say Bawumia de onye sa de ne da. Etiefo, this is the first part of the expose. Enyumre, we wait to feast. Much imagine your comment box no. That's it.